My name is Brenda Nakanjako from Team Kasaiba. We are developing an app called Kasente, which is going to help in digitizing the savings groups. We have been having a challenge of identifying the exact modules we needed in our application development. We hope that today, if we get to learn some tools that we can use to address this challenge.
This is about to change. With tools designed for helping financial technology solutions to be effective, the Women in Fintech Day 2 introduced participants with tools required to help teams in their solutions, that is to say mind mapping, just in mind, among others.
Design a fintech application. There are regulations that are in place right now that you have to follow. So those people also, you have to consider them, like what are their requirements, like what do they need you to do as you're designing your application, okay? So one of the tools that we're going to be using is the mind mapping tools, okay? If you look at the PowerPoint, you have this PowerPoint, okay? We have three mapping tools that we listed here for you. So you can go ahead and choose from any of those.
So apart from the mind map, we have other tools that we can be using for prototyping. So the first thing, you're going to have a mind map, but I want to share these tools with you so that when we get to the APIs, you already know that this is the tool I'm going to use for my API and modeling. So we have Just in Mind, and I have a demo for Just in Mind on this.
According to the facilitators, tools are very important, especially for software developers.
Mind map, is a 2D representation of somebody's project or idea. It can even be research. Okay, so the importance is for you to document your idea. Okay, we normally do this using online tools. We can use software, but even in the simplest form, we can just write down our ideas on paper. Okay, so the mind map brings out your idea from where it's hiding in your head, because in your mind you know the idea very well. Okay, so when you begin writing it down on paper, it gives you visibility into your system. So it also helps you understand the system better. And actually, it's then that you can realize that there are probably some components of your system that you didn't consider so important, but actually after mapping them out, you realize that they make up what we call the points, okay? Like the major subdivisions in your system, or there are other aspects that you probably didn't think about or that you miss. Okay, so when you begin writing them down on paper or using a graphical tool on your computer, the idea becomes clearer. So the mind map not only helps the developer when they are designing their project, but also the stakeholders, okay? People who are eventually going to use the system, or people who are going to make decisions concerning the system. So it helps them understand the system better, okay? Yeah, straight from the developer's mind onto paper. So it helps us express, basically, clearer expression of our ideas. The developers are going to be using in the hackathon include prototyping tools. We also have the UML design tools. Okay, so all these are about visualization of the projects. Okay, so when you're able to see the project on paper or on your computer, you're able to understand easily and then see how each module feeds into the other, or how each system component affects the other. And that helps you at the end of when you start prototyping or finally developing your project, you know how each component is going to work and how it's going to affect the other. Yeah, so they're very, very important in the systems design process, and every developer actually needs them on their journey.
It has been a take-home moment for the most members from different teams.
Well, after learning to their mind mapping tool, we have been able to add on the modules that we had previously not seen, and now we are good to go.
Sonia Nakawie. I'm the team leader of Team Pesajet, and we just came back for our second hackathon this year, and we're really excited. Last year we were among the top teams, but we didn't really make it to the best, and we just putting a lot of work to it this year, and we just pray that we are among the top 3 or even the best. So as we've started yesterday, we did a problem statement, and today we are doing a mind map, which is really exciting because as I see my team, it's on a lot of pressure, and I'm shouting here and there, making orders here and there, and it's kind of hard because you're like, oh my God, I really need to put this to work. I really want to do something and make sure that I get some money this year or something like that. But it's really fun generally because you're meeting a lot of people, getting a lot of ideas from different people, and the food is nice. Yeah. So I'm just excited, and I believe that our team will make it this time round. We're going to do everything in our power to cooperate with other teams, and we are really thankful to High People for all the opportunities it has given us from last year's Women in Fintech.
I'm Brenda Tabitha. I'm from Team Moobs, and our solution is Kamani. What we are doing is making it easy for people all across the board to manage their finances. So far, today has been a good day because I got here on time and so did my teammates. But the tools we're using, some of them are new to us. We were using other things initially, but now we've got to use something that is more operable here. And that's a good thing because we get to learn, and it's a great learning experience. So far, there's great teamwork, and it's a great atmosphere to be in. So all these bustling minds, and it's a great place to be. So I'm really happy to be here today.
With over 70 participants today, High People continues to transform millions of lives through fintech empowerment.
I'm very excited about day 2 of the season 2 of the Women in Fintech Hackathon and Summit. It's a unique experience, one of its kind in the world. Even if someone goes out just randomly to search about Women in Fintech Hackathon, you'll find that there's only one on any platform like Google, Yahoo, and any other. Meaning we're doing this uniquely, and I'm happy about how it's changing lives of women. I'm very excited myself to share knowledge and see different women become more knowledgeable about creating interoperable real-time payment systems that can be able to create products and services that are sustainably serving the poor to get financially included. And that is what is happening. Today, the teams are doing mind maps, they're learning how to do UI designs that are universally acceptable. And we're also making sure that we teach them about level 1 project principles of design and implementation of real-time instant payment systems. What we see here is great innovation and disruption. Of course, it's all women-led teams. Majority of the teams are all women made up of, and they are developers, they are business women, and they're young entrepreneurs that are thinking broadly on how to solve our most emerging problems in communities regarding financial inclusivity.
The Women in Fintech Hackathon is sponsored by High People under its Include Everyone program in partnership with Mojaloop, Modusbox, Crosslake Tech, and the Level 1 project. Rita Cabanyoro, Smart 24.